Hey guys, what's good? Today we're going to be looking over the most stupid thing I've probably ever come across. Like, if I were to say to you the word navy, what's one of the basic things that you think that you're gonna have to be able to do? Swim, right? You should be able to fucking swim if you're going into a service branch that you are probably going to be surrounded by water. Well, it's been what 2 weeks since the army was like, yo, let's grow beards, and then the navy went, yo, fuck off, hold my port, watch this shit. There has been an article that I came across. It was literally just by the mill. I've not heard about it anywhere else. That you don't need to be able to swim to join the navy, which to me is absolute insanity. So I got one of the articles up. We're gonna have a look over it now and sort of put our brains together and see what we think about it, eh? So it is: Royal Navy applicants no longer need to be swimmers. A source says there is a concern about the change to entry requirements, which means there will be no longer. It's right there in front of you. Just read it, you fucking idiot. A source says there is a concern about the change to the entry requirements, which means there will no longer be a 30-minute swim test prior to being recruited, and brands the move a sign of true desperation to increase recruitment numbers. Okay, just off that goddamn title alone. So, across the military sphere in general, like, there is a massive recruiting crisis, and a lot of it, I think, is because it's sort of appealing to the wrong people. Probably at some point just get a lot of like military adverts together that I've seen floating about and just sort of just go over them, what I think is wrong with them and all the rest of it. But that's in a different video altogether. Now throw a picture of them swimming. These guys up the top here, they're the ones that can't swim. Anyway, anyone seeking to join the Royal Navy will no longer need to prove that they can swim, in what one defence source calls a desperate relaxing of standards to tackle recruitment crisis. Right, I'm sorry. If let's say there is a recruitment crisis, we know this, but at the same time, what good is appealing to just everyone and anyone who can fucking... Can you swim? No. Okay, well, you can still come in. Well, will I be deployable?
Good question.
Probably not. You should be able to swim if you're joining like a branch like the Marines, the Navy. Like even in the Army, we had to do a swim test. You get extra credit, I guess, for being able to pass a swim test. Royal Navy spokesperson pushed back on the criticism. I don't know what grounds that you think that you have to be able to push back on that. I'm sure it said, yeah, there we go. The source, however, said there was a concern about the change to entry requirements, which meant there will be no longer a 30-minute swim test prior to being recruited. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it said. So, okay, there it is. On swimming, the source said applicants in future will be able to self-declare that they can swim. But if it transpires that they're not able to pass the Royal Navy swim test, then will remain in Phase 1 basic training while they receive swimming lessons. So, right. We've got a recruitment crisis. The fucking buildings are falling apart. What can we do to make ourselves a more war-ready fucking country? I know, let's recruit people who can't swim. Why would we do that? Because we've got numbers. Yeah, but having numbers is all well and fucking good. But if we can't deploy those numbers, I don't need to go on about that, do I really? That's common sense. That's common sense. But it also says here, so I said this meant individuals would be put on the payroll, funded by the taxpayer and boosting recruitment numbers, but without moving quickly on to the next phase of becoming deployable sailors. It's pretty much what we've just said. But it's also being funded by the taxpayer. Like, yes, the wages of soldiers are paid by the taxpayers as well as everywhere else in the military. I mean, probably some Navy cat's going to get onto me and be like, well, I'm not a soldier, I'm a sailor. Anyway, so taxpayers are paying for people to join the Navy and they can't fucking swim. But they need to be able to pass said swim test to be able to deploy and be fully fledged fucking sailors and fuck buddies. I don't know what they do on fucking boats. I don't want to know. But to me, does no one else sort of see the problem with that? That's just a huge fucking problem. Like in a country where I heard on the news, I don't know how true it is, but apparently we've got more potholes in the UK now than there are craters on the moon. So to employ someone who can't do their fucking job. That is the civilian equivalent of, hey guy, you've applied for this truck driving fucking job. Yes, that's right. Can you drive a truck? No. Oh, well, it's okay. You can come in. We'll do like a little test and stuff like that. But we're going to keep you here, keep paying you until you pass that fucking truck test. Sounds good, right? Like, that wouldn't fucking happen. Like, it's absolutely fucking mental. It's going to be like a short and sharp, just sort of like, what the fuck are you doing, guys? I just can't believe that. I mean, people lost their shit about fucking growing beards and stuff like that. Like, some people were all for it, some people were all against it. This is going to be the same fucking case, but honestly, at this point, it just seems that we're a bit of a fucking joke. And that's fucking incredibly heart fucking breaking, if I'm honest. In fact, I'm gonna fucking send this article to my buddy who's in the Navy and see what she thinks of this, because this is fucking insane. It's fucking insanity. I'm sorry. Another thing as well, when it comes to the recruitment side of it, I've not heard this anywhere else. I've not heard it of, like, I drive trucks. I drive trucks in my working life. I do this for a little bit of fucking fun and just to get myself out there a bit. But I usually have the news on and all the rest of it. I've not heard this on the news at all. And you'd have thought if the Navy are trying to push for recruitment, that there would have been a little bit more of a story on this. That's pretty much all I've really got to fucking say on it. It's just unrealistic. And they're just trying to just raise numbers instead of being able to actually raise actual fucking sailors, actual fully fledged, capable sailors that you can go out on your fucking boats and do the boaty things that you guys do and be able to look left and right at you and think, if something fucking terrible happens, I can rely on this dude here, this dude there, that dude there, that dude there. Like, that's how it should be. But instead it's like, you're standing there, it's sort of like, if this ship goes down, am I going to have to fucking drag this? This is what I'd be thinking anyway. It's like, if this ship goes down, is this dude going to be able to fucking carry himself? Or am I going to have to fucking put myself through something that could potentially get us both fucking killed? Like, that's how I think about it. I mean, I could be fucking wrong. I mean, yeah, cool. You've got like fucking little rubber wings and you know what, if I was in the net, I'd just take a rubber dinghy immediately. But yeah, like it's just fucking insane. Why? It's just fucking mental. And again, just touching briefly on the adverts and stuff like that I've seen, it's sort of like you're appealing to the wrong people. You need to make the people that you want that can pass a swim test, for example, you want to make them want to join. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really, surely it's common sense at this point, surely. Instead of just wasting money on potential sailors that may or may not pass. I mean, how long do they keep these guys in basic if they fucking don't pass or do pass? Like, how many attempts do they get to pass? Like, there's not a lot of information that I've seen telling us this. So what if they're there? I mean, I know like soldiers who went sort of man down, injured, into sword company, and they were there for months, you know, and they were still getting paid whilst they were there because, well, it wasn't their fault they got injured, and the army saw potential in them to get them through that injury to deploy them into the services. And a lot of them did. One of my buddies, really good fucking buddies, that happened to him. And, you know, he ended up at my regiment at one point. What do you think about this? Please just pop your opinion down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, comment, all that kind of good shit. Share it to your buddies in the Navy, for fuck's sake, because I really want to hear what the Navy people have to think about this, because dumb, fucking dumb. But yeah, thanks for checking. But yeah, no, cheers for checking the video out, and hopefully see you in the next one. Till then, Go learn how to fucking swim, I guess. I don't know. Fuck off.